Hey, if you want to get some epic anime merch that you're not gonna find anywhere else, check out our online store, AnimeUproar.com. We have Escanor, Praise the Sun, Meliodas, Feel the Wrath, Bon, Love the Pain, more Escanor, more Meliodas, and other things too, so check us out, link in the description. What is up everybody, it's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be talking about the end of the old era of light and darkness and the dawn of a new era in the 7 Deadly Sins story. I will also be breaking down everything that has been happening so far in order to determine what is likely to happen next, and what these latest developments mean for the rest of the story. By the way, I have been so curious about what will happen next and how the story might ultimately end that I actually had a dream about it just the other day. That's right, even my subconscious mind is a massive weeb. And in case you're wondering, in my dream the manga went on a break, but it was announced that it will return with a new arc in a few months, and in that arc the Sins would have to journey to the Celestial Realm. But enough about my dreams, let's get to the good stuff. If you enjoy the 7 Deadly Sins content right here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know, it really does help. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You could also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar for all the latest 7 Deadly Sins news and updates. Finally, this video will of course contain spoilers for the 7 Deadly Sins manga. We're talking about the latest developments in the story, so please proceed with caution, you have been warned. So, the Demon King's latest form is finally annihilated by Meliodas and the combined attack of all 7 Deadly Sins. This destruction creates a massive explosion that is felt not only near the battlefield but much further away as well, including the area where Hawk and Hawk's mama are currently located. A large chunk of debris flies towards Elizabeth, but Meliodas arrives just in time to rescue her. Gelda is worried about what happened to Zeldris amidst all the chaos, but it turns out that Mael arrived just in time and grabbed his fake little brother. This is interesting because of how strained their relationship became once they all regained their true memories. But I guess Mael still feels some form of brotherly affection for Zeldris, and that is why he decided to finally arrive at the battlefield and do at least something in this arc. I mentioned this in previous videos, but I'm so disappointed with how Mael has been underused in this latest arc. The Estarossa/Mael arc was excellent, one of the best in the entire series, and Mael has been built up for a long time as the strongest archangel and an incredibly powerful warrior. The second strongest warrior of the goddess clan, second only to the supreme deity herself. But then, as this battle against the Demon King has been gearing up, Mael literally bitched out and said he is too scared to fight against the Demon King. Like, seriously, what? Meanwhile, you had like Diane fighting against the Demon King, and comparing Diane's power to Mael's power is just laughable. I mean, sure, I guess Mael did something now, but it definitely feels like Nakaba Suzuki thought he had too many characters engaging in this fight already, and he didn't really need Mael, so he just kind of excluded him because it was convenient for the plot. But this decision might have been convenient to the plot, but it definitely had a negative effect on our opinion of Mael as a character. Perhaps there is a good reason why Mael showed up in this precise moment, but that is something that I will talk about later on in this video. In the aftermath of the explosion and the Demon King's destruction, most of the Sins are utterly exhausted. This is a side effect of Merlin's spell from the previous chapter, which allowed the Sins to draw power from beyond their limits in order to break through the Demon King's barrier, but now they are facing the consequences of draining so much of their power so quickly. As they lie there exhausted, Bon and King have a friendly back and forth about the fact that King doesn't even know what getting married really means, even though he made such a big deal earlier about marrying Diane. As this is going on, Zeldris asks Meliodas how he managed to contain the power of the attack he used to destroy the Demon King. Apparently, the attack had enough power to destroy all of Britannia, but Meliodas managed to just defeat the Demon King without causing immense collateral damage. Meliodas explains that the magic lake beneath them absorbs excess magical powers. So, by aiming his attack towards the lake, a piece of advice he received from Merlin, he was able to destroy the Demon King's massive form without destroying everything else around them. And this is because the excess power was successfully absorbed by the lake itself. However, despite the fact that they successfully defeated the Demon King, the Sins soon realized that the 10 Commandments are still intact. Because he is a divine being, even when the Demon King is utterly destroyed and defeated, the 10 commandments will remain, and in a few decades or maybe centuries, the Demon King can use them to come back. Nevertheless, there is a way to destroy the commandments once and for all, but it requires Meliodas to use his original power, his own Demon King form. Zeldris is shocked when he sees this form, and he remarks that it makes Meliodas even stronger than their father. Meliodas will attempt to use this incredible strength in order to destroy the 10 commandments once and for all, and with that we can assume that he will be able to defeat the Demon King for all time. I mean, you never know with the Demon King, he is nothing if not persistent, but as things stand right now, we can safely assume that this is it for this particular Father of the Year 2019 candidate. Zeldris asks Meliodas if he is sure that he wants to destroy the commandments, since with his current power he could use them to take their father's place as the next Demon King. Meliodas agrees that he could do this, but he doesn't want to be like their father, and he doesn't want to rule the underworld through fear. Zeldris doesn't want that either. He never wanted to be like his father, and if he were to become the Demon King, he would rule in a way that makes the underworld a better place, a place where he could live with his beloved Gelda in peace. Both brothers confirm that they do not want power. That was never what they really wanted. And instead of taking the Demon King's place and continuing this current era of light and darkness, they decide to end it and begin an entirely new era. No matter what kind of era this new era will be, Meliodas vows to never stop fighting for what they believe is right. After an epic clash of the two Demon King powers, those of Meliodas and of his father, the 10 commandments are finally destroyed. It appears that it's all really over, and Meliodas invites Zeldris to celebrate with a drink. Zeldris says that he isn't much for parties and being around a lot of people, but if it's a drink between the two of them as brothers, he will consider it as long as Meliodas is buying. I mean, you're one of the most powerful beings in the world at this point, Zeldris. I don't think money should be a big concern for you. But hey, those younger brothers sure do love to have fun at the expense of their older brothers, don't they? I'm speaking from experience as an older brother myself. The chapter ends on this happy note, with Meliodas and Zeldris finally bonding as brothers and the others looking on with smiles on their faces. By the way, is that King just chilling inside Diane's cleavage on the final page? When did he manage to get in there? Mad respect though, clearly this is a man who understands how marriage works. The next chapter, according to some translations, but remember there are like 4 translations out there so this might change, is called Pride, Gluttony, and Scars. This seems to indicate that the next chapter will focus on Merlin and Escanor, and perhaps the scars refers to the physical consequences that Escanor will have to suffer for pushing himself so far during this battle, and for forcing his body beyond the limits of the One. We might even get some progression in the relationship between Merlin and Escanor, which would be amazing because I ship them so hard. But beyond the next chapter, the big question is what happens next? This chapter, and the final few pages in particular, definitely feel like the epilogue chapters from the last time that the Demon King was defeated. But are these now real epilogue chapters, or is this just another transition towards a new part of the story? In my opinion, the most important clue about what will happen next are the comments about the cycle of light and darkness and the idea that a new era is about to begin. Clearly we are being teased about what this actually means. It has been implied that big changes are coming and that there will be consequences for the destruction of the Demon King. The balance that has reigned throughout the world for millennia has been disrupted, and now we are left wondering what exactly this means for the future. There are many possibilities. It is possible that now that the darkness has been completely defeated, the balance has been disrupted. This means that there is nothing stopping the light, the supreme deity, from attempting to seize control of the entire world. This may be the time for her to finally emerge from the celestial realm and attempt to subjugate all clans to her rule. And with the Demon King out of the picture, the only people who will be able to stand up to her will be Meliodas and the 7 deadly sins. Perhaps Mael showing up when he did is an indication that something big related to the goddesses is about to happen, and Mael's presence is required for that very reason. But this is just one possibility. The story could also take a totally different turn now, depending on what this new era will bring. Will the destruction of the Demon King and the commandments have some other unforeseen circumstances on the world? And what about Purgatory? What is happening there now that the Demon King has been defeated? And of course, what about the Underworld, aka the Demon Realm? Also, why have the Mother of Chaos and Hawk been brought back into the story at this exact point? Do they also have an important role to play in these upcoming chapters? We will have to wait to find out, but I'm definitely not assuming that this apparent end of the Demon King is also the end of the story. Not when we consider all the times that we've been trolled in the past, and not when we know that the Supreme Deity is still out there and yet we have practically zero information on her and her true intentions. Let me know what you guys think. Assuming that the Demon King is really dead, what will happen next? What does it mean when the Demon King and Meliodas say that the era of light and darkness has now ended? And what will the new era bring? Hit me up down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the 7 Deadly Sins videos on this channel, please leave a like to let me know. And if you're new to AnimeUproar, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I want to give a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons who support us and make videos like this one possible. Special thanks to our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Baby Ray, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, $50 Beat, Anatoly Kazatsky, DJ Nathaniel, and Alpha Dio. And I can't forget our The One tier patrons, the ones who stand above all other clans, including Ingrata, Alolan Adam, Matty Mac, Makotakun, and The World. And you know he's serious because he didn't say Zawaldo. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value to your life, please consider becoming a patron. Even a single dollar will give you access to our patron exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these amazing people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.